Okay, picture a big construction site. You know the scene. It's this incredible symphony of, well, controlled chaos, right? You've got cranes swinging overhead, crews moving like clockwork, materials showing up left and right. In a world this high stakes, where every single day throws a new curveball, what is it that actually holds the whole thing together?
I mean, think about it. With all that heavy machinery, all the advanced tech we have today, what do you think is the single most powerful tool for making sure a project succeeds? The answer? It's probably not what you're thinking.
It's not a machine at all. It's the project's memory. Yeah, it's memory. The collective, rock solid ability to remember every decision made, every promise given, and every single change order approved. Because without that memory, that controlled chaos just becomes, well, chaos.
So, how in the world do you give a massive, multi-million-dollar project a reliable memory? Simple? You build an official one. And this is where one of the most critical documents in the entire industry comes into play, the minutes of meeting, or as we all call it, the MOM. Now, the key word to focus on here is concise. An MOM is not a transcript of who said what. Nobody has time for that. It's the official single source of truth that zeroes in on three things. What did we decide, who is going to do it, and when is it due? That's it.
So, a really well written MOM does three critical jobs. First, it gets everyone on the same page, from the owner signing the checks to the subcontractor pouring the concrete. Second, it basically acts like a weekly report card, letting you track your actual progress against the plan and the budget. And third, and this is huge, it becomes a legal record. If things go sideways, this document can be your absolute best defense.
All right, so knowing why it's so important is step one. But a powerful tool is pretty useless if you don't know how to use it properly. So let's walk through how you actually create an MOM that's not just effective, but totally legally sound.
This five-step cycle right here is the gold standard. It all starts with pre-planning, so everyone knows what the meeting is about. Then, during the meeting, you're capturing those key decisions. But honestly, the most critical part is distribution. You've got to get that draft out the door within 24 to 48 hours. Why? Because that's when it's all still fresh in everyone's mind. After that, it's just a quick review, get it approved, and then file it away securely. It is now a permanent part of that project's history.
But listen, the minutes are just one piece of the puzzle. They get their real power from the attachments, the evidence that backs them up. Progress photos prove what the site actually looked like. Updated schedules show the ripple effects of a decision. Environmental reports give you the hard data. These documents are what give the MOM its teeth. Now, let's apply this whole process to one of the highest stakes scenarios you can face on a site, discovering and managing contaminants. This is where a project's memory isn't just about money or schedule. It can literally be a matter of public health and safety.
On pretty much any site, you can run into a whole range of contaminants. You've got your physical stuff, like dust or sediment runoff. Then there are chemical ones, like solvents or fuels. And then you have the really hazardous materials, things like asbestos, lead, or contaminated soil. Each one of these requires a totally different and meticulously documented response plan.
And this is exactly where the MOM becomes your number one risk management tool. It's the official place where you document that you found something hazardous. It's where you record the exact steps everyone approved to deal with it. And it's how you track the entire plan for safe removal and disposal. It's your paper trail, your proof that you did everything by the book. So how do we make absolutely sure our project's memory is crystal clear, especially when the stakes are this high? Well, it really just boils down to a few best practices for creating bulletproof accountability. This right here, this is probably the single most important rule. Just look at the difference. A vague task like fix the issue, that's just a recipe for disaster. It leads to finger pointing and delays, but a specific action item, subcontractor X will remove contaminated soil at grid A1 by Friday. There's no ambiguity there. It's clear, it's actionable, and it creates undeniable accountability. This is the level of detail that protects a project. And if you want to take it to the next level, you have to embrace modern tools. Digital platforms let you update things in real time. Using marked up photos or diagrams right in your reports, that kills any confusion about where something needs to happen. And here's a pro tip. Even if someone wasn't in the meeting, if a task falls in their court, assign it to them in the minutes and make sure they get a copy. Accountability doesn't stop when you leave the room. You know, there's a timeless truth in this old saying. Our memories, they're just not perfect, especially when we're under pressure. But a written record, even just the weakest ink, is permanent.
It creates a baseline of fact that keeps everyone honest and the entire project moving forward. So, the next time you're on a job site, just ask yourself this one question. Are you relying on a conversation you had in the hallway, or are you actively building a clear, specific, and durable memory for your project? Because in construction, that memory isn't just a record of what happened, it's the blueprint for a successful future.